Well, hello, folks, families, friends, and of course, my fans. It's time to wrap up the season again. This is Jay, of course, your most attractive coach, with a few final words to the boys. Except for the smell of you kids, this has been one great group of boys. By the way, what is that smell? Oh man, I know what that is. That's Joey Lubick again. Hey, Joey, take a seat on the pine if you know what I mean. Even with the rancid stench, it's been a pleasure to play with you boys this summer. You've behaved and played remarkably, and you should all be proud of yourselves. I just think it's appropriate to recognize the influence that Sean Damon had on this team. I mean, when he came up with those immortal words of wisdom telling you boys to run faster, that is simply profound. I mean, with wisdom like that, how can we lose? All right, boys and coaches, again, a wonderful year. It was a pleasure to be part of this program. So if anybody happens to ask you what I do during the winter when there's no baseball, I'll tell you what I do. I stare out the window and wait for spring. Time for a cold beer, folks. Let's go. It's time to go tip a cold one and chalk this season up to a job well done. Take me out to the ball game. Buy me something and beer. Give me a seat away from my wife so I can sit and cheer for the team, and that's all. How does this song go? I don't know it.
Little boy, in a baseball hat stands in the field with his ball and bat. Says, I am the greatest player of them all. Puts his bat on his shoulder and he tosses up his ball. And the ball goes up and the ball comes down. Swings his bat all the way around. The world's so still you can hear the sound. The baseball falls to the ground. Now the little boy doesn't say a word, picks up his ball, he is undeterred. Says, I am the greatest there has ever been. And he grits his teeth and he tries it again. And the ball goes up and the ball comes down. Swings his bat all the way around. The world's so still you can hear the sound. The baseball falls to the ground. He makes no excuses, he shows no fear. He just closes his eyes and listens to the cheers. Little boy, he adjusts his hat, picks up his ball, stares at his bat. Says, I am the greatest, the game is on the line. And he gives his all one last time. And the ball goes up like the moon so bright. Swings his bat with all his might. And the world's as still can be. And the baseball falls. And that's strike three. Now it's supper time and his mama calls. Little boy starts home with his bat and ball. Says, I am the greatest, that is a fact. But even I didn't know I could pitch like that. Says, I am the greatest, that is understood. But even I didn't know I could pitch that good.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.